Hi and welcome. My name is Johnny Fagan. I'm from All Total Coaching. What I want to talk to you today is the biggest enemy of society. The biggest enemy of yours, and mine. Today, I'm going to explain why. It's very simple, but I'll explain why. I'm the author of the How to Be a Man, What Your Father Never Taught You, and I talk about this subject in details. The biggest enemy of society is the media. The biggest crooks, the biggest liars, they're not interested in your welfare. They're not interested in anything. They're only interested in one thing, rating and clickbait, so they can make money from advertisements. I go extensively in my book, how the media indoctrinate you and lie to you. Today, the media can print and say things that have got no substance without proof. Just a couple of days ago, in the Sydney Morning Herald, in one of the papers, one of the articles was 150,000 virus death feared. And this title alone puts people into panic. They have no proof. They don't know what the heck they're talking about. Every media outlet in Australia is putting people in fear. I recommend, please, like I said many times on this channel, do not watch mainstream media. I'm not saying you shouldn't take precautions. I'm not saying there's not a problem. I'm not saying you should come close to me or anybody for that matter and kiss them. You should take precautions, yes, but don't go into panic mode. I explained that in that previous video. The biggest enemy today is the media. There is a concerted effort to control people's mind so they can control society. It's been proven throughout generations and generations that it's easier to control people via fear. Divide your opponents via fear. I'm not going to go into details of what I believe is happening in this epidemic because I've got my own beliefs, but that's only for people that are close to me. But the biggest enemy today is the media. I implore you, I recommend, I want to encourage you to stop watching media. Please, in the previous video I spoke about the 10 things you should do in this time of crisis. Please, I put a link below, watch it. It'll help you. It'll make you prosper. This will pass. Nobody believed that September 11 will pass. It passed. Nobody believed that GFC will pass. It passed. Now, I cannot tell you how exactly it's going to pass. I don't have a crystal ball. And if I did, we both know I'm a liar. But this should pass. Take precautions. But stop watching mainstream media because you're going to get depressed and suicide is going to be on the increase. And I predict today, more people are going to die from suicide than actually from the virus. Yes, I just said it. Okay, because I believe the perception of the public is so negative that more and more people are going to commit suicide. And with this whole stock market crash that's been predicted, Mike Maloney, Peter Schiff, Jeff Berwick from the Door of Vigilante all said at one stage or another in the last 6-7 years that this market is unsustainable. I believe the coronavirus happened, but it was used to crash the markets. Republicans and certain senators in the US have sold their shares before the stock market crash. And if you think I'm making this up, I'll put links below to prove to you what just come out of my mouth. Because if a man or a woman makes a claim about anything and they do not have proof, they're morons. Everything I said in my book, it took me 12 years to write my book. It took me so long to give you proof, because you cannot make any claims about anything without proof. I'm going to put links below because they already knew the market's going to crash. Please, stop watching mainstream media. Out of this crisis, I'm going to become extremely healthier. Because in the last couple of days, I've been running 10 kilometers instead of 4 or 5. Keep busy. Read books. Do things. Stop watching mainstream media. Stop being on social media, sending all these messages. Everybody's an expert on the coronavirus. I have to tell you something. I'm not. I'm far from an expert. But I do know one thing, and I can guarantee you, after making massive research and writing my book, the mass lies media will make you depressed, will make you anxious, will make you take your medications, and you will end your life in a really, really bad manner. The biggest enemy of society, my dear friends, is mainstream media. Stop watching every second video on this coronavirus because you're going to go crazy. I'm not saying you shouldn't be informed, but you have the ability to turn the volume down. You have the ability to switch it off. You have the ability to, instead of listening and being anxious, to go for a run. You have the ability to stop watching lies, mainstream media. The media have impunity of the lies. They make up stories just for bait. Stop. If one of you stops because of this video, I did my job for humanity. I really, really hope you took value from this video and you see the real truth. In moments of crisis, these are the times when the real men and real women of the world lead. I'm not saying I'm that particular person, but if I change one of your lives to stop watching mainstream media, I did my job. About 8-9 years ago, roughly, I watched a video on YouTube how the mainstream media indoctrinate you. I took notes, and he said in the video that this video will be taken down. I've taken notes, and some of the paragraphs I put in my book, How to Be a Man, which your father never taught you. And one of my main chapters, how the media indoctrinate you and lie to you. Links below if you want to buy, and I can guarantee you that this shall pass. May God be with you, and please win your loved ones. Because words of encouragement in times like this are extremely important. Thank you very much for listening. As always, you know who I am? I'm your friend, Charlie Forget. Bye-bye.